Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today guys, we're going to be taking another look here at XRP to see what's been going on most recently with the price action here. So as I get into this video, if you do find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you are going to be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. We do a lot more technical analysis from various different altcoins down in Discord for our members, specifically Patreon and YouTube memberships. So why not check those out if you're also interested? Otherwise, yeah, we're a fantastic community down in Discord. Why not join it? I don't think you will be disappointed by what you find. Right, let's dive right down into the XRP here and see what's going on. So XRP paired up with USDT. This is the hourly chart. Binance is the data source, and there's some interesting stuff that's been going on pretty much with most projects, specifically altcoin wise. I'm going to quickly remove this one here. We failed to actually go impulsive on it. We can kind of see this just as an ABC move. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just knock this down, I think, into a 15-minute chart, because there's something here that you need to kind of just see on this quick correction. There was a quick ABC move, right? From this high point down here, we got low, we bounced up, and then we fell down low. It's just a quick ABC, but it's really important to this analysis. Okay, so I want to shoot back up into the hourly and just bring this across. You can see right inside here, these two candles actually have an ABC inside of them. Now, as I bring this back down and bring it across, what we can do is we can now see that there's another ABC here. We basically effectively moved up, we pulled back down, and then we pushed up again. Okay, ABC. This allowed us to move the stochastic RSI down, bounced up a little bit, and then we fell down into the oversold area. Now, this is where things get interesting. Here we actually have, if I grab hold of my Fibonacci retracement tool, measure this distance just here, measure the bounce that happened afterwards right there, and we can see that, we didn't actually meet the minimum requirement for a third wave. However, it followed the market where that was the case. For the most part, what we were tracking was A, B, and C. We actually bounced right on the 1-to-1 ratio. We then moved up a little bit. There wasn't a clear set of waves here, and we continued to fall back down. So I'm going to mark this up as an impulsive move, even though it technically didn't meet the requirements for it. It's followed the market, which did meet the requirements for it. Okay, so it's actually this move here. Okay, now this is obviously been it's proven that this is the bottom because we've already crossed higher than the fourth wave here. So we know that this is a new set of waves, which means we have the start, we have the end. Now, we could, if you wanted to, for accuracy, just kind of go, it's an A, a B, and a C, right? Whatever works for you is fine. The main thing to note, though, guys, is that it's completed its move, right? The market generally followed an impulsive move down. XRP followed the same trend as the market, whether you call it an ABC or an impulsive move. You know what? I am going to call it ABC because I like the neatness of the idea that it has followed a very specific set of rules, and there we go. It's an ABC move. Okay, so a 333. We've completed an ABC now. Essentially, this is potentially an expanding flat correction, and we get to the end. However you want to articulate it or look at it, you've completed a corrective move to the downside. Now we're tracking up. We're in the overbought area once again here on the hourly stochastic RSI, and we have a pretty clear move upwards, right? So this could be our first A wave. We then look for a B down and then a C higher. Okay, that's the kind of thing that we're looking for. Now, we don't know where this B wave is likely to go, but we can, of course, try to use a little bit of support lines to help us on that journey, and probably about there. And if I actually grab my horizontal ray, what I'll do is I'll show you what I was looking at right about there. Here we had resistance. Here we have support, and I'm hoping it becomes support again. This is 80 cent and a 0.8. Okay, so 8008, and that's the area that I think we're probably going to get a bounce from. Now, if that's the case, and this is our high point and this is our low point, we can then go ahead and take our fib, move it over to our 80 cent, and we can see 82.81. Okay, slightly higher. Now, chances are you're probably going to find resistance right up here. I'm going to put it a little bit lower than the actual wick high. But 82.46 would make sense. And if we were to look at it from the bottom there to about there, it's about 3%. So it's nothing notable, but some kind of upward directional move. Now, the 4-hourly chart is oversold. The 8-hourly chart is heading to the oversold area. So again, that move down to this B wave low of about 80 cent, that could correct that 8-hourly chart nicely for us. The daily's overbought, the weekly's overbought, So some kind of big correction move is likely to occur once this is done. Okay, and that could be that we end up with some kind of larger correction that lasts several weeks. That's kind of the thing that probably would have to happen here for XRP in order to see that weekly stochastic RSI get lowered. Alternatively, of course, the weekly stays overbought, but it's very unlikely, in my opinion, that will be the case. I am expecting Bitcoin to kind of have a pullback, so I'd expect XRP to have a pullback eventually as well. So it's possible that XRP stays overbought until Bitcoin's ready to have its pullback as well. So for the most part, that's kind of what I'm looking at here on the smaller timeframes for XRP. As we kind of go up into that 4-hourly chart, that doesn't really change. The 8-hourly chart, we need to see how much of a correction we can get with that B wave low. The daily's already overbought, right? So we're talking like short-term moves now as we start to think about this maybe being a B wave bounce before pulling back down. And again, this is very overlappy. So again, this isn't, it's not an impulsive move up or anything like that after the ABC down. So we'll articulate this as an ABC. And if we take it from this high point here to this retracement zone right there, we end up in a similar-ish position, 83.98 versus 82.81. So there's something in this zone would complete that move upwards on the daily chart and therefore complete the whole thing overall. So if I actually show you what that looks like, A, B, and potentially C right up there. If I remove that, you can kind of get that idea. See, this is a little bit higher than our original target. So again, we might overwick it, but not go impulsive. We haven't gone past that 1.618, for example, which would be 84 cent. So for the most part, that's kind of what you're looking at on there. The weekly does need to see some kind of correction pattern. So if we actually zoom out a little bit, we could potentially, and I've spoken about this before, we're not impulsive or anything like that with lots of overlap going on, so it's just corrections here. So if we were to take our low point here and our high point, we were to then move that over to there, it kind of gets us down to these low ranges. I don't think we're necessarily going to go down as low as 43 cent, but some kind of correction pattern is going to form here, and I would like to think it's actually going to be a double bottom right inside this zone, about 51 cent. That to me seems to be the most probable, and what you actually look at here on the weekly, considering we're overbought already, would be that this is some kind of correction here from that high point that we had back in April 2021, A, B, C. Now, actually, XRP has been somewhat relaxed about this. Cardano's already completed its expanding flat correction. You've got Bitcoin kind of in the middle of its running flat correction, in my opinion, and many others have already completed their ABCs, but XRP hasn't yet. So we could potentially see this thing come back down, create the double bottom. If not, drop down a little bit lower, and there'll be fantastic opportunity for accumulation if that were the case ahead of the lawsuit. But I think it's very unlikely that we're going to come down lower than this point here. So yeah, I think there's a minimum requirement for us to come down to at least the A wave low, which would actually be a little bit lower, just about approximately here at 50.9 cent. Okay, so again, this would be the 786 approximately as well, so a really good bouncing position for XRP. And then from there, I would anticipate some kind of fantastic run. Obviously, there's a huge caveat to all of this. If something amazing happens with the lawsuit, then we will see dramatic change in the data when something really big happens fundamentally. But for now, if everything continues the way that it is, this is the kind of the direction that I think is likely to occur here, continuing this motion to the downside. Guys, I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you are going to be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.